Relationship.
Normally experienced as the self-absorbed I expanding out into the world and finding another.
But since we're not normal, our approach to this DVD and to relationship is from a more vast expanse of the unified field and the perspective of coming into relationship consciously.
Relationship is a primary element in everyone's life. It is the most important and least trained skill that we have.
Think about the miscommunications that happen in the drama of film and books and opera and TV and all through time and space. It's been an issue.
So we've picked an extraordinary space to help us with this. This is a dodecahedron, which means 12-sided, three-dimensional structure. The dodecahedron was one of Plato's 5 fundamental solids, 600 BC.
And it's implied that being in this shape can actually, or working with this shape meditatively, can actually help shift habits and patterns. So we thought, well, it's in our backyard. We might as well use it as a tool to indicate that there are ways to consciously apply tools and proportion and geometry and intention to changing old habits and patterns in order to co-create the kind of relationship that is possible.
So first step, find a dodecahedron and meditate there.
Second step.
We're here to share with you some of the ways that we have learned to consciously affect and co-create relationships.
This study of ours is going to look at and share with you some of the principles of love, sexuality, sensuality, intimacy, and how are those subtly different as relationships are explored. They're not the same. Not all relationships are equal in the balance and dance, for instance, between sexuality and intimacy. We'll explore some of that.
Relationship occurs between all human beings of different genders, different ages, different everything. And the principles here can be applied to those. We concentrate on intimate male-female relationships, but they can be applied to same-sex relationships of different kinds. Use what is here and find the appropriate way to work with it.
There'll be gems, but the mining of those gems is really up to you. Our fundamental philosophy in life is take what's useful and then really make it your own. But that requires some work and discipline.
We present animations that will, I'm sure, be very, very helpful to you. At first, in Section 1, we explain the animations and put them into context. We have words about them. But in Section 2, we present the animations on their own. And you can experience them with only music and as a meditative process on their own.
So Section 1 is going to cover, in the animations David mentioned, the sense of some of the unseen worlds. How does that unified field come into the duality we experience as masculine and feminine? Mm-hmm. How do we work with energy, a healthy individuated energy body, mm-hmm. Relating to another, and where we go out of balance? What does that look like? Mm-hmm. How do we work with conscious touch? Mm-hmm. How do we energetically experience another and go from duality into union?
We will present practical tools, breathing.
Very practical.
Very practical, breathing, and you can work with breathing in ways that create you as a more whole being and also create you better able to relate to another person. Breathing and heart talk and how to energize the cells in your body, things like that, practical tools that you can use. In every case, we invite you to experience for yourself. We may say things and don't accept them, except through your own experience. Relationships are so important. They need your attention. When you die, when you pass over the threshold, you don't take any of your stuff with you, none of your things, but you do take the quality of your relationships.
And what we learn about love.